I am super fired up today. We've got one of the best in the industry, an industry icon. But first, cue the intro. The fact of the matter is, whether you've been in network marketing for years or just a few days, your family and friends have seen your opportunity and your phone is, as we call it, burnt. If you're anything like me, that's a scary thought. So the big question is, how do entrepreneurs like us, who love the network marketing profession, who no longer want to be that guy, and are tired of convincing people during uncomfortable let's get coffee meetings where they say, what's this all about? How do we market in a way that aligns us with our dream clients and expands our network of upfront and transparent professionals, allowing us to get our time back, our families back, and gain a real passive asset? People like us who value impact over income, we deserve to see our visions once and for all. Join me in this podcast where we'll uncover just how to do that. My name is Eric Sablon. Welcome to Burnt Phone Marketing. 2 weeks ago, Russell Brunson. This week, a father, husband, servant leader, entrepreneur, attraction marketing guru, has spoken from stages all over the world, 8-figure earner, network marketing professional, and mentor to me and many others. Please welcome John Melton to the show. All right, guys, please welcome John Melton to the show, guys. John, welcome to the show.
What's up, man? I'm excited to be here.
Dude, I'm so fired up. Like I said, we were talking a little bit beforehand. He was one of the guys that was on my chicken list. So guys, reach out to your network, do your Dream 100. Literally, you never know who's going to say yes. And it's not always your opportunity, but you never know who's going to say yes to want to come on your show or want to come on a live or anything like that. So go out there and ask. Don't be spammy, but ask. So,
right.
John, I've been following you for a long time. Can you kind of just bring me through your story of network marketing, kind of how you got started and where you are now? Because your team is blowing up. I saw a couple of posts where, some of your team members had their biggest check ever in network marketing.
Yeah, man, it's been crazy. We got started. I got started when I was 20 years old. I met Nadia, in that first company. And I always tell people I was broke, busted, and disgusted. I had no background in business. I never heard of network marketing. I couldn't spell entrepreneur. I still have a tough time with that one. Thank God for spell check. But, for me, I was hungry. But I didn't want to go to school, get a degree, get a job. That never sounded appealing to me. So I felt like a loser because I felt like I could be motivated or get excited about something. There was just nothing that I'd seen that I'd come across that seemed interesting. And nobody ever talked to me about getting in sales or starting a business. Nobody I knew was entrepreneurial, So for me, I just, grew up thinking that, you got to go to school, get a degree, get a job, because that was just what everybody was told and taught. And when I saw network marketing, I'm like, this is it, man. They had me hook, line, and sinker. I got in, didn't have a lot of success, but I learned a lot. And over the years, we figured out, how to build our business online, how to leverage social media, how to brand ourselves, duplication strategies. We figured out how to build a business without feeling like we were chasing people, where we were, I was in a business for 7 years where we were never home, right? So we had no lifestyle. We had no life. Our whole life was our business. And as much as I'm glad for that experience, I'm grateful for every experience, I learned from it. We just got exhausted. We were so tired. I mean, it was just, you're just running and gunning 7 days a week. You're on the phone all the time, and not just on your phone, on Messenger, on the phone, talking on the telephone as a telephone, right? It's funny how many of us have phones, but we don't actually make phone calls, right? But for me, it was 2013 was the breaking point where I was like, I'm done. I'm fed up. I want to build an online business. I want to build a brand. I want to leverage technology. So I started doing videos, putting out content, attracting people to me, because, after a decade plus in the profession, it just got to a point of either I'm getting out of network marketing and I'm going to do something else, or I'm going to figure out a way to do network marketing from home online. And that's kind of how we got into this, social selling, social marketing space. And it's been life-changing for us for sure. And I feel grateful because, you know, as scary as the world has been recently, there's a lot of uncertainty with, you know, the pandemic and the economy crashing, unemployment skyrocketing, and then you got, you know, there's protests and riots and all these things happening. Scary stuff, but when you have a home business, at least you're not in a situation where, number one, we didn't have to shut down our business. In fact, our business has flourished during this time. And then on top of that, we don't have a retail location. So, you know, we don't have to worry about our, you know, our business getting impacted in that way. Obviously, we do have a manufacturing plant and a home office, but they're not in a city. They did have to shut down, not necessarily shut down the office. I think some of them would still go in there, but there was a couple months where all the corporate employees were actually working from home, but we were still able to keep the manufacturing plant open and ship products and stuff like that. But yeah, our business has flourished. I mean, the last about 70 days, we've done, I think it's about 12.5 million in the last 70 some odd days. So all from home, all online, all over the world. So I feel blessed and grateful. With that being said, I hope this stuff ends soon, because I think, you know, all of us can agree, like, enough is enough. Like, we need to go back to normal. Who knows when that's going to happen, but at least we are able to do what we do from home without feeling like, you know, we're you know, kind of putting ourselves at risk going out into the world, right? So we don't have to do that. So that's been great. And the other thing too is there's so many people right now that are looking for a way to make money online. They want to understand the concept of online marketing, affiliate marketing, and that's the stuff that we teach. That's kind of our specialty. So we're able to help people, you know, whether they're selling products on Amazon or eBay, or they're in network marketing or direct sales. You know, that's kind of our training. You know, our training is geared towards helping people like that. And it's just become a real passion for us, because we kind of figured it out, and then everybody wanted to understand it. So then we started teaching people and finding ways to profit by helping people build online businesses. So that's been our specialty.
And that's awesome, because I remember, like, well, let's go back Periscope days, because I was following you 2013 on Periscope, where you're like, hey, what's going on? It's John Melton. Like, I was following you back then, and we were doing all the hearts and everything back then. And then Facebook just came and just destroyed Periscope, and literally everybody went live. I actually did the 30-day live challenge with you guys when you guys launched that. But you know, one thing that's super cool is, like, you literally have taken a space, network marketing, and brought it to the internet, which so many people were trying to do with that. And I love what you did with the bridge. You literally bridged the gap between the network marketers that are coffee shop, you know, all of them home meetings, but you were there. So you have the scars, you have the battle wounds, you have all of that. Like, you have the coffee shop battle wounds, you have the home meeting battle wounds, and you're like, there's got to be a better way. And it's funny because we found a way, and you've done it in such a good, helpful way, and you've bridged the gap. I always tell people that you only have to be two rungs in front of the person that you're teaching, and 2 rungs behind the person that you're following. So if you can bridge that gap, you can learn and teach. And right. I always do that. So
I mean, have you ever changed the flat tire, Eric?
Yeah.
Okay. So I've never changed a flat tire, and I hope I never have to. The point is, you don't have to be an expert. You don't have to go to school. You don't have to have credentials, but you've changed a tire at least once. I've never done it. So I would look at you as an expert. I'd say, if I had to change a tire and you were there, I'd be like, hey, bro, can you help me? Because I've never done this before. You've done it once. And that's the funny thing is, we think you have to be a top earner or you have to be super successful to start helping people. And that doesn't even make any sense.
That isn't, guys, write that down. If you've changed a tire, you could teach John Melton.
There you go. Right?
Mentally, boom, you just got it.
And even if you're not an expert, you're like, I only changed the tire one time. Like, you know more than I do.
Exactly. I love that. That's a huge nugget. So I'm going to jump right into the two-part. It's kind of a two-part question. You really, really do attraction marketing. So one thing that you've taught a while back is attraction marketing. What would be like a tip that you'd give the audience? Because everybody, like, you brand yourself and Nadia and your course and the things that you do. your company is kind of almost a back end type thing. So what tips would you give to the network marketer that's coming in that we like to say looks like Spamula Anderson, has all of his stuff on his Facebook page? What would be the thing that you like, the two nuggets you give somebody that says try to attract people?
Mm-hmm. You know, it's tough because we're all selling different products and services. And like I said, some are selling their own products and services. Some are selling, you know, a network marketing company. But you got to think about, what are the benefits of your product? What does it do? What can it help people do? What can it help them accomplish? And think about not just the benefits, but what are the benefits of the benefits? Like, oh, I have a weight loss product. It helps people lose weight. Well, what's the benefit of losing weight? Well, you're going to look better in a bathing suit, right? What's the benefit of that? You're going to make your ex jealous. Whatever, right? So you start thinking about, you know, benefits, the benefit of the benefit, and you start figuring out ways to strategically promote your product or business without saying the name of the company, the name of the product, and without trying to sell it. Like, you could do a recognition post. Hey, I just want to give a shout out to my friend Eric, started using our product. He's already lost 10 pounds in 3 weeks. Man, he's on fire right now. He feels great. I'm just so proud of Eric, right? Like, that's it. I didn't say the name of the product. I didn't say the name of the company. I didn't say, hey, hit me up if you want to lose 10 pounds like Eric. I didn't say that. Now, if someone wants to lose 10 pounds in 3 weeks, they're thinking, I want to do that. What is he using? What's the product, right? So you want to be like the preview to the movie. Don't ruin the movie. You give people just enough information to get them to raise their hand. That's all you're trying to do. You're trying to get them to ask, well, what is it? What is it all about? Tell me more. Send me some information. And then from there, we add them into a group. We call it ATM, but it stands for add, tag, message. So we add them into a group, tag them in a video, and send them a message. Hey, Eric, I added you to a group, tagged you in a video. I'm excited for you to check out the information. I'll follow up with you tomorrow and introduce you to some of my business partners.
Guys, doesn't that seem simple? There's a system there. There's a system behind it. You don't feel spammy. You don't feel like you're out there selling. Myron Golden says this: sell the benefit. Basically, sell the payoff. Everybody wants the payoff. In fact, They don't want the work, but they want the payoff. So literally, what he just said was selling the benefit, the payoff, the outcome, all of that stuff. So you don't have to like be spammy, like he said. I mean, boom, sell the payoff. Like, if you guys rewind this and listen to what he said about how he just laid that framework out, because if you follow that framework on the recognition post, trust me, your business will expand pretty quickly.
Yeah, I like what Nadia says. She goes, "You're not selling toothpaste. You're selling white teeth. That's what they're buying, right? They don't care about the toothpaste. They care about white teeth."
Right. The payoff. Give me the payoff.
Right.
So I'm going to jump into the next one. You've been an entrepreneur for many years, and like you said, you didn't have business experience. Mm-hmm. You kind of came in green. You saw the vision. Someone painted a picture of Lambos and yachts, I'm sure. Like, it was like all money, and you're like, I'm in. What would be the one thing you would have told yourself before you clicked submit, before you signed on the dotted line, before you actually became a network marketing professional? What would be the one thing you would have told yourself, and the tip that you would have given yourself to expand and scale your business faster?
Work on you. I mean, you got to work on yourself, develop the skills. I mean, if you're struggling, if you're not where you want to be, it's your fault, right? I mean, if you're in a business these days, you have so many resources at your fingertips, social platforms, experts that you can follow that are sharing with you what they're doing, how they're doing it, a lot of them for free. I mean, the content is there, the information's there, the tools are there, the resources. So the only variable is us. We have to work on ourselves, right? We have to develop communication skills. We have to develop marketing skills. We have to be able to tell our story. We have to relate to people. We have to ask great questions. I mean, there is a lot to, successfully selling or marketing a product or building a business, building a team, leading others, influencing others. There's a lot to it, right? So you got to develop those skills, and it takes time. It takes a lot of hard work. I mean, we're having a lot of success. We built this multi-million-dollar business, but we still have challenges. We still struggle. We still have off days. We still have to deal with, BS, right? I mean, it's just part of being a human, right? You're never going to be in a situation where you are fresh out of problems. It's just like, I don't have problems anymore. The only people that don't have problems are people that are dead, right? Dead people have no more problems. So you're always going to have challenges, problems. It's all about perspective. It's all about your mindset, how you can, perceive something to be a negative or a positive, how you can learn from especially when I was new to network marketing. I did a lot more learning than earning, right? I did a lot more learning than earning. But John Maxwell says the best: you either win or you learn. So in those early days, I wasn't making a lot of money. I wasn't, I'd make some money here and there, but I spent more than I made over the course of a couple of years. And then, years later, I started making a lot of money in mortgages, and I invested in real estate. I bought high, I sold low. And I learned that I did not like real estate investing. Now, what's funny is I've been doing a lot more real estate investing over the last year or two, but I'm smarter this time around because of all the money I lost, back in my early 20s. So you're always learning from all your mishaps, your mistakes, your stupid decisions that you make. You go back and you go, hey, look, that sucked, but that was my stupid tax. That was my stupid tax. I paid my stupid tax to this person or that person or in that business. But I'm not going to do that again. Or, the next time I make a mistake like that, I'll see it early on and I'll be able to prevent it from being as bad as it was the first time around. Right. So a lot of that stuff is happening for you, not to you, so that you can develop into a better business person, a better investor, a better leader, a better parent, a better husband, all those crazy circumstances that we deal with as an entrepreneur. It's just, learning lessons.
So guys, I mean, listen to what he says, like you're learning or nothing happens to you, it happens for you, just so you guys know. And like everything that he's talking about in business, in life, in marriage, in whatever it is, relationships, is your perspective. And in network marketing, what's cool about it is the first thing you do is you get personal development, and that gives you a different perspective, because all of us have that friend that it's woe is me, like everything happens to him.
Right.
You just got to distance yourself from him. He's a 2-minute person. He's not a 2-week person, because you will literally engulf yourself in the woe is me. So just remember, you're the average of the 5 people you hang around with the most. So, I mean, John just said it perfect right there. So where can the audience, I mean, we're going to do, I always do a landing page for everybody. So guys, you'll be able to get, so John has a course, a super cool course. So we're going to put it in the landing page. It's going to be www.burntfillmarketing.com/Melton. And I'll put it in the show notes. So it'll give you a link to his Facebook page, and it'll give you a link to his course that he does. And it's a phenomenal course. I mean, I've done a lot of his courses. So just know that when you come out of it, you might just find your voice like I did, because 5 years ago, 3 years ago, I would not be recording a podcast with John Melton, just so you guys know. It only takes a little nudge, and all of a sudden you can find your voice. So I want to actually tell a story. And I kind of want you to I mean, you didn't remember it. We talked about it beforehand, but so I always tell people that when you go to events, and events are really what help you scale your business. Right now, we're in a time where events, a lot of are online. So guys, think about it. Don't think that you can't go to an event. You can go to, learning is earning. You're learning and you're earning at the same time. So continue to go to events. But I was at an event, and John had just started with the company, and he was like, I mean, he was making moves, but he was literally at a smaller rank. And I saw this, and I always say this has made an impression on me, and I just want to thank him for it publicly. But he stood on a chair in front of probably 20, 30 people. And I tell this to everybody because everything at events happen in the hallways and the corridors. That's where magic happens. It doesn't happen from the stage. It happens when a leader emerges inside the hallways. So he had already built a team before, but he's standing on a chair, 30 people. And all he was doing was, who's going to the next rank? Who's going to the next rank? Who's going to the next rank? I just want you guys to picture that. Like, picture your team, you standing on a chair, and just moving people from left to right, who's going to the next rank, and they're self-identifying. So John, just kind of give me an idea, because you've built teams before, you've built giant teams before. What would be a nugget that you'd give the audience to become a better leader? That, I mean, because you've seen like great leaders. What would be like a nugget that you'd give them? Because once they get to that level of making decent money, they need to hit that leader level.
Yeah.
What would be like the transition from good money to leader as a team leader?
Yeah. Well, everybody has a different definition of good money, right? But if someone says you want to make 6 figures, you want to make a full-time income, it's helping other people, right? I had a guy reach out to me earlier. He's like, how do I get to 6 figures a month? I go, help 10 people get to 6 figures a year. You know, that's it. I mean, it's so simple. I know it's like, whoa, it's got to be more than that. Like, no, dude, you help 10 separate. Now, if you have one team that it's 10 people, that's different. That's different. But you have 10 separate teams and they're all 6-figure earners in all of them. I can almost guarantee you're at 6 figures a month. If not, you're close. Mm-hmm. So it's really helping other people. And the funny thing is, it's hard to find people that are motivated and have the potential, right? You might find someone that has potential, but they're not motivated, because it's not that they're not motivated, but they're not motivated to do this business because they already make money in that business, right? Or you find someone that's motivated to build this business, like they want to do this business, but they don't have the potential. Mm-hmm. They don't have the talent. Now they can develop those things. I did, but they're not there yet. So it's finding people that have both the talent, the potential, but they're also motivated to go build this business, the specific business that you're partnered with them in. But that's the key, right? You got to find other people that are hungry, that are serious, that are coachable, they're willing to show up and do the work. And then simultaneously, obviously, you want to support them and be their mentor, guide them, be there to work with them and help them have success, help them with their first few sales, help them build their team, give them the support that they need. Because when someone's brand new and they're excited, they're like ignorance on fire, right? And that's great. That's awesome. But at some point they need to have like real information. They need, support. They definitely need someone that can steer them in the right direction, especially when they start growing and they start actually, ranking up and getting some momentum, and they got people in their team ranking up. Now it's like, all right, I got to step into this new role where I'm not just building my business and I'm the only one really working it. Now I got 5, 10, 15, 20, 100 people that are as serious as me. So now I need tools and resources in place so that these individuals have something to plug into. And that's why we created the ATM Business Academy. That's why we created our My Lifestyle Academy brand. That's why we put out the blogs and the YouTube channel, YouTube videos on our YouTube channel. That's why we started our podcast, because we wanted to provide that resource for people that maybe don't have that in their company.
Right. And that's all of those resources are phenomenal. I'll put those in the show notes, guys. If you're looking for just a little leverage to change your business and kind of literally brand yourself, John does a phenomenal job. Nadia does an amazing job. Nadia is on point. Trust me. We don't call her the Russian hammer for no reason. She literally will give you what you need to scale your business. And what's cool, to be super honest, what's super cool is if you mesh with John and you don't mess with Nadia, they're both going to teach you. Or you mess with Nadia and you don't mess with John, they're both going to teach you. Like it's like the dynamic duo. I mean, totally the dynamic duo. And you got to catch them on a live when they're together, because it's funny. They're phenomenal people. So the last thing I'm going to ask you. So I'm going to paint this picture a little bit bigger than the one we just talked about when there was 20 people in front of you. Mm-hmm. You're at the biggest network marketing event. And I know you've spoken from a lot of stages. You're at a huge network marketing event or an affiliate marketing event or a branding event. You are the keynote speaker. You're the one that they paid the big bucks. You're the highlighted name. You're the one that literally is on all of the tickets. What is the mic drop phrase that you want all 150,000 people, when they stand up and they turn around and they're walking to the exit, what's the one thing in their head that no matter how far away they are from you, they're like, John Melton does this?
That's a great question. Obviously, you prepped me for this beforehand, and it's really tough to say because I don't think it could be a phrase. It'd probably be, me telling my story that they would remember. I know when I think about people that speak on stage and there's that, mic drop, to me, it's the story. It's them, sharing their insights. It's the overall experience versus them just having the one phrase. But I know one phrase that impacted me when I was, early in my network marketing career that I always found very funny and I share it all the time. It's, you could be from Yale or jail, right? But you can be successful in network marketing. And I just think that's funny because it's true. In network marketing, they don't care about your expertise, your educational background, your experience level. None of that matters. They don't care of your ethnic background. They don't care your religious beliefs. You could be 18 or 88. They don't care. Right? Anybody can be successful. They're not asking you for a license. They're not asking you to go to school. They're not asking you for your credentials. None of that stuff matters, right? If you want to go build a business, if you want to go, make money in network marketing, you don't need a lot of money. You don't need a lot of time. You don't need to have the resources you would for traditional business. And that's why I love it, because anybody can get started. Anybody can do it. Anybody can be successful. It doesn't mean it's easy. It's very hard, just like anything else, but it's not as risky.
Right.
It's not as risky. You're not dropping 50 G's. You're not dropping $100,000, $200,000. You're not putting a second line of credit on your home, a second mortgage, right? You can start this business for a few $100s, whether it's, selling network marketing products or a network marketing service. If you find a good company, can you still see me? I had a phone call come in. Yeah, phone call come in. I didn't know phone calls would interrupt the Zoom. That's weird. But if you find a good product or, a company you believe in, right, you can get started for a few $100s, and it's really your sweat equity. The one thing that I did is I outworked my competition. That's it. I consistently outworked them for years and years and years and years. And I also studied.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you do.
I learned this profession. I know most of the companies, most of the comp plans, most of the leaders in the profession. Like, I'm not a novice when it comes to this industry. I take it very seriously, and it helps so I can speak the language. I can communicate with just about anyone, whether they're, a network marketing legend, a 50-year veteran, or they're, brand new. I can speak the language. I can communicate and, kind of comprehend where they're coming from, their perspective on things. And I think that really helps. And that helps in all businesses, right? Like when I was a mortgage banker, I did have success early on because I made a lot of phone calls and I just hustled. But it did help once I became more versed on the different programs, what the competitors were offering, people with bad credit, people with little equity. I learned different market conditions. I mean, there was things that I figured out over time, and that came through just showing up, doing the work, paying attention, doing my research. But there's that fine line too, right? Because you can do a lot of research and you can study what you're doing, but sometimes people do that to avoid the actual work.
Yes.
So you gotta do both, right? You gotta learn your craft, work on yourself, understand the profession you're in, understand the products you're selling, figure that stuff out over time, but don't allow your lack of knowledge to prevent you from doing the work. So you still got to do the work, right? So you kind of do both simultaneously, and that's how we got to this place where, we've been doing this for, it'll be, 19 years real soon, coming up on our 19-year anniversary. And actually Nadia she's already 20 years in the industry because she got started when she was 19. So, we've been doing this for quite some time. But you have to have that long-term vision because it's sometimes hard to see the forest through the trees.
Yeah. That's true. And you can't be in the picture if you're, what was it? You can't be in the frame.
You can't see the picture when you're in the frame.
Yeah, that's
it.
All right, John, I know you got a huge call coming up. I'm super excited. Thank you. This will release probably mid-July, guys. And if you guys want to reach out to John, go ahead and I'm going to do it, www.burnfomarketing.com/Melton. And I will put that in the show notes. Guys, if you're looking for something to help you guys, two things. If you're looking for something to help you find your voice, he has a training for it. If you're looking for something to literally help you become a better marketer, he has something for you. And a lot of his stuff honestly, a lot of his stuff, you heard it. He's sincere. A lot of his stuff is free. So actually, I'm going to put a link to the My Lifestyle Academy Facebook group so that way someone can jump in there and be a fly on the wall.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, John, thank you.
Perfect.
And guys, always listen to the full outro. Make sure you get everything that we have for you here. Check out the show notes, and I'll see you on the next episode of Burn Full Marketing Radio. Thanks, guys.
Awesome.
Thanks, John.
Later, bro.
So what do you do for work? The question we as network marketers get all the time. And we know that we should be prepared for explaining network marketing to a stranger. The last thing you want to do is ruin it with the vibe of your pyramid thing, right? I get it. I've been there more than I wish to admit. Until I found this, a free way to make an elevator pitch into a super easy sentence to say. The perfect way to answer the dreaded, so what do you do for a living? It's super simple, and it asks you 4 questions in less than 3 minutes, and it'll spit out an amazing headline for you. So all you have to do is go to www.unlocktheheadlinemachine.com/free. That's www.unlocktheheadlinemachine.com/free. So take our free offer and enjoy your new headline.